Hey everyone, welcome to Inside Indiana Overtime. I'm Seth Tao. I'm here in Bloomington, not at the IU game, obviously, but Indiana just lost to Illinois 73 to 71. It's Illinois' first Big Ten win of the season. Indiana falls to 5-4 in conference play, 12-9 overall, and just what an ugly game, all around. Really, I mean, Juwan Morgan was really the only big positive for Indiana out of this game. And it's almost a shame that that's the case for Indiana because the first half was kind of promising. But Morgan finished with 28 points, 12 of 14. I mean, it's really hard to ask him to do much more. Illinois played pretty good defense on him in the second half, and Indiana had trouble getting it back to him after he scored 15 points in the first half. But you can't win when Juwan Morgan is the only player really getting it done offensively. And it looked like in the first half they might be able to get some better production out of other guys. Zach McRoberts, especially in the first half, looked locked in. He had 10 points in the first half, didn't score in the second half. And really, it's just been a recurring problem where Indiana goes through stretch, maybe not to the extent where it affects a full game or where it can affect the outcome of a game even, but Indiana will go through lulls within a game at times where Morgan's the only real offensive threat, the only guy who's really getting it done offensively. But this time it really was most of the game that Juwan. I mean, he and McRoberts were the only guys to finish in double figures, and again, McRoberts didn't score in the second half. Robert Johnson finished with 8 points. I mean, they just did not do enough offensively. And the biggest difference, but 2 minutes into it's only 2 minutes into this video, and I haven't mentioned it yet. The difference in this game was at the free throw line. Indiana was horrid at the free throw line tonight, and they were 16 of 29. And no matter who you play, you cannot miss 13 free throws and win on the road. That's just not going to happen. And it was putrid out there. I mean, so many guys that are typically a lot more reliable at the free throw line. I mean, Morgan himself, 3 for 8 at the free throw line. Devontae Green was 6 for 9. Colin Hartman, 1 for 4. He really struggled tonight. He ended up fouling out, only 5 points. He's just had a rough go of it recently. I mean, he had a shoulder brace on for a little bit, but that's come off. That came off against Michigan State, and he didn't have it on against Maryland, but he has really been struggling to find his shooting stroke really since he came back from injury. He just has not been able to get it going really to the extent that IU would have hoped. And but yeah, the 16 of 29 at the free throw line is just absolutely brutal. And I mean, there was a really bad stretch of basketball in the second half where both teams just didn't hit a field goal for almost 7 minutes because so many fouls were being called. And I mean, the refs were very whistle happy in this game, but the thing is, Indiana couldn't take advantage of it while Illinois was hitting more of their free. Not that Illinois was stellar at the free throw line. I mean, Illinois itself missed 9 free throws, but Indiana missed 13, and that's just the difference in the game. I mean, Illinois only won by 2 points. You do the math. If Indiana makes its free throws, the Hoosiers come out victorious here. But that being said, give Illinois credit because Illinois was able to limit Juwan Morgan better in the second half. They got strong performances from LeRon Black and Trent Frazier, both finished with 19 points. But it's just this is a brutal, brutal loss for Indiana because they really looked like they were starting to figure things out, and especially when you look at the schedule coming up for the Hoosiers, when they have in their next game, Indiana is coming home to face Purdue, number 3 in the country, one of the hottest teams in the country. Obviously, it's a rivalry game, and you never know what's going to happen at home. But that's just such a tough matchup there. You go from there. 2 days later, Indiana's at Ohio State, number 13 in the country, and has been very impressive this year. And then after that, you're facing Michigan State again at home, and that's just that's going to be the most difficult stretch of play of the season for Indiana, the most difficult 3-game stretch they will face this season. And looking at that, they needed to win tonight, and they just didn't. and who knows what's going to happen. I mean, yeah, who knows what's going to happen. It's tough to put into words what happened tonight beyond just hit your free throws. You can't win when you miss that many free throws. There's not much more in-depth analysis to do than that. So, all right, thanks for watching, and enjoy your, what's tomorrow, Thursday? Yeah, enjoy your Thursday and enjoy your weekend. We will see you on Sunday from Assembly Hall when IU faces Purdue.